We are here. Welcome, welcome. I am Chelsey Wildfire, and I'm so excited to share and tell you all the things about me. I know there's some stagnancy in life right now, but there's also a lot going on. So we need something to bring some light again. So I'm hoping to do that. So I just want to say, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Welcome. All right. Welcome, my sisters. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You were drawn here for a reason. So some of you said that this is your first time with me, or some of you have seen me online or are part of my community. I see some of you here that just come out, tell more things anyway. So I love the balance here. I have some of my people who are already in Reclaim the Fire coming in to keep rising, keep burning, and then also new friends that are joining in. So thank you all for being here. I know that you are in the right place. I'm excited to have you. Some of you already know me, but I just want to share. I am Chelsey Wildfire. I am here to create sacred spaces for women to show up authentically, to meet themselves at a soul depth, and to integrate their inner child and their higher self. I truly believe when we can embrace and learn and love on our inner child and give her all the things that we didn't get when we were growing up and connect up to our highest self, and we can live working with the two of them, that's how you really create the life you want. That's how you make lasting changes. This is where women get to up level, remember their power by choosing to heal and break generational pain cycles. We all have different stories, different paths. Our families came from different places and have gone through a lot for us to even be here. So I just want to send gratitude to our ancestors and our family who have done the work so that we can even be on earth at this time, to be living the lives that we are in right now. Like, I am so grateful. I hope you guys are feeling that too. And I like to show this balance here of, as a leader, I make sure to show up fully as myself. If you've followed my journey or, on my social medias, you know that I'm genuine. I share about the struggles. I am balancing, toddler life as a single mom. I still work part-time. I'm doing my business. I'm an entrepreneur. Like, I show up and I share the truth. I'm not just here like everything's great and perfect. I share about the dark aspects, the shadow, the stuff that I've had to work on as a woman, as a mother, as a leader, and like how we really have to accept all parts of us and be proud of who we are and lead the way forward from our heart. It's also the time of the fake guru. So there's a lot of people out here pretending to be something that maybe they aren't. And I am here to say, hey, let me help you connect into your heart and know how to discern who to listen to, who to follow, and what feels good and what feels right. We need you to find your yes and your no's. So why are we here? I want to hear from you guys. Why did you sign up? Why did you feel the call? There were over 100 people interested in this event. Only so many of you guys showed up. There was 60, 72 signed up, and way less actually showed up to the live call. I know some people love the replays, and that's beautiful, but it's the energy and the authenticity of us being here together in this space. So I'm here because I want to help you remember your worth as women and as medicine carriers. We have so much wisdom and power and knowledge within our body and our intuition, and I want you to remember that. I want to help you guys remember to embody your light, shifting through the darkness in community. So when you step up and say, yeah, I want to lead, I want to be a light, I want to be a light worker, you're going to go through initiations, and I'm going to go deeper into that later, but there's going to be some darkness and ups and downs and flows of life, and we have to have the community to be able to get through it. I also want you here to learn and evolve to be the light workers that we know you are. Like, we all feel that within ourselves, and we have to have the support and the time to be able to do it. And then also be able to clear away pain stories in our families so that we can make room for a new, brighter future. I am the first entrepreneur in my family. I'm the first person to go to college in my family, let alone build my own business and be successful and be who I am, and changing the money stories, changing the stories about love, like being in a healthy, safe committed relationship that's not just fights and chaos and up and down. Like, I have broken a lot of cycles just to be here who I am today, and I'm going to share a little more about that from you or to you guys, but I want to hear from you first. Why are you here doing the work? Excited to experience what you have to offer. You're gifted and on spiritual journaling, but I want to educate yourself with so much knowledge that I can be a better person for myself and my son. Yes, I feel that big time. When we bring children into it, it brings a whole nother level of sacrifice, but also of courage. Like, I need to be a better person to show up for my people. So I'm so excited and proud of you for being aware of that. That's why I'm here to help power more of you to do the same. If you're here, you've probably walked through some fire. You've probably gone through some hard lessons and gone through initiations. And that means Spirit has a bigger plan for you. Have you all heard of the dark night of the soul? We all go through heavy, hard things. Our soul chose to be here at this time, chose to come to this planet so that we can learn lessons and go through and hopefully heal and be better people and grow and, become enlightened, as you could say it. But to really be able to learn and lead and feel into our heart and just be better humans and heal together. But that means some heaviness. That means that you've probably gone through some of the darker things. What are some initiations you guys went through? I know for me, turning into a single mother was a big initiation. When I was younger, I got bullied and told that I didn't deserve to live. And even that was a big, like, dark night of the soul. I had to choose to love myself. I had to choose to do better. I had to choose to grow up and to change my whole identity. And that was initiation in itself. Getting out of an abusive, toxic relationship was an initiation. Setting the foundation, going through newborn stage of myself and that lack of sleep was an initiation. Like, I had to do everything myself and pull it together for my child and I. That was an initiation. Single mother and health issues, huge initiation. That is going to make you be like, how much do I want this? How grateful am I to be here, to be alive, to share? And how can I show up in that gratitude? How can I live life to the fullest? How can I really make sure that I get through this health stuff and choose to live life and be happy and help myself and others? I'm proud of you for being here. Beautiful work. So to begin the work, I want to talk about the 3 things that we have to do. First, we have to really look in at what is some of our pain. What is some of the heaviness? What are the excuses? What's the shadow work that we have to do and find death to the old self? That means releasing layers of you that were conditioned into you and who you are as a person. That means letting yourself finally shed the layers of what other people put onto you and letting it go. Not being so attached to your victimhood and your excuses and the reasons why you can't do it, and use those as the reasons why you can do it, why you have to do it, what it would look like for you to break that cycle and choose to be different and lead and be the person making the changes in your family or in your life. And we do that through inner child healing, therapy, coaching, different self-love practices. We have to do the healing work, because if we want to stand up and say, hey, let's heal, let's grow, if you want to help others, you have to help yourself. So how many times have you helped yourself? How much have you been able to let yourself feel the feelings, get through it, throw the fits, and learn from that? And then taking those processes, taking what you learned and sharing it, helping others. The first time I realized I was here to help others. So when I was 13, I used to self-harm and didn't want to live, and I had a suicide attempt, and thankfully I wasn't successful, and decided to hurt myself more to try to just hold on and see if that could help me get through. And then I did it so bad, it was so big and scary that it made me like, whoa, really wake up. And then I moved and I met somebody a year later who was also going through some of the same things, to the point of he was giving his stuff away. He was telling friends and family he was moving. Like, it was all the signs of when somebody's really about to do that. And it was really scary, and I didn't know what to do. And I ended up having I was talking to him, I was helping him as much as I could, but I also had to get outside help and look for other resources. And when he ended up going to a psych ward for a weekend, it was really emotional. He was mad at me at first, but when he got out, he was like, Chelsey, thank you. You saved my life. Like, thank you. And we're still best friends to this day. And what was that, like over 20 years ago or 15 years ago? I don't know. But I knew that all the pain and all the stuff that I went through back then, I was hurting and learning my lessons so I could help others through it. I have an older brother and sister. I could be sad and mad that we lost our dad when we were young. There was a lot of abuse, and my first stepdad was abusive. I've had sexual trauma and pain, and, I have all these reasons why I could say, poor me. I can't do this. It's not okay. This happened to me. I can't do it. But I chose to change my story, to break the cycles of my family and drug addiction and alcohol and be done with that and choose to stand up in my power and my strength as a woman, as a medicine carrier, to truly love myself, to find the embodiment. So feminine embodiment is what I'm trained in. So I did a feminine embodiment certification back in 2020 just to, I didn't even know for sure. I just knew I needed to do it. And the lady's like, well, do you want to tell me to explain to you what I'm going to teach you? And I was like, nope, I just know I need to do it. Like signed up and it was like really expensive, but I knew I needed to do it. And that is helping women finding safety in their body, finding ways to move trauma and stored pain in our body and find that liberation through movement, through expression. We need to express ourselves. So through these different steps, I have learned different tools and ways to break those cycles, but also how to step up and help others and lead the way so other people can do this. Because I host retreats, I host online events, I do online coaching, I do all this stuff. But when I do community-based things, I have other people. It is not just about me. It's not all about me. We have to have the community and the support there. So with that, community and support, I want to just jump on here and say, join my Facebook group, Women Igniting Their Wildfire. It's pretty easy to find. I think I have at the end of the thing, I'm going to drop all the links to be able to join my groups and do this stuff. It is Women Igniting Their Wildfire group is the Facebook group. Super easy, free. Oops. This was some fun pictures I took in my last retreat and my awesome friend Stacy playing with fire because I have awesome friends that do cool stuff. And, I was just sharing today how, teenagers, I have the sisterhood wound. Growing up, I have the wounds with the feminine. How many of you, that are here right now, how many of you got bullied when you're younger, got in fights, had other women talking crap about you or drama or gossiping? And I didn't think it was possible to have the sisterhood, to have the support, to have this community show up for you. And it's possible. We have it. We can do it. So I just want to say that is something free and easy. Facebook groups, just to see who else is out there and what they're doing. I wanted to give that offering up there. And then also join a women's retreat, a women's circle, whether it is mine or ones around you. You can search and find women's circle near me or a full moon ceremony or different spiritual events that are popular and awesome and great places to find our people and our community. I'm going to share a little more with you soon after this, but before we do that, I want us to kind of take a moment and think back. So a few slides ago, I said, radical healing, radical self-love, inner child healing, death to the old self. How many of you have the support? Like, have you ever gone to therapy? Have you gone to healing ceremonies or women's retreats? I want to hear in the chat from you guys. What have you done to do your shadow work? And do you know what shadow work is? Shadow work is something I'm really passionate about because without shadow work and looking at the hidden parts of us, the aspects of us that we don't love, our own toxicity and our own bullshit, if we don't look at that, we can't show up as our whole self. We're going to feel shame and guilt. There's going to be things people can say or do to us to trigger us or make us stay small. But if you acknowledge some of that shame and guilt or the pain or who you used to be, what you used to do, then you can empower yourself and believe in yourself and have that strong embodiment of your own self-worth and value that other people can't push you down, that can't hurt you, they can't make you feel anger or sadness unless it's stuff that you still have to heal and work on. So anybody who's watching right now, I'd love to hear in the chat, have you done any coaching before? Have you gone to therapy? I've done it all. And it's funny is I think my first coaching I did was sex, love, and relationships coaching with this Nicole woman that I used to go to her Kundalini energy or like yoga events in like 2018 or maybe 19, or before that. But she was doing some free coaching to get her certification and practice in. And I was like, yes, I would love to try it. Please do. So I'd love to hear it. Doing the worth work. I did experience, some online shadow work courses. Good. Somatic trauma healing online. Good job. Somatic trauma healing, because we store it in the body. That is literally super similar to what I do. You're doing it. No, I got some people who haven't, all of it. So worth the work. It's not fun, but worth it. Yes, Tina, I'm so glad you're here. You've been doing the work with me. You've been going through the layers and shedding and faced some of the hard stuff. You've been doing the shadow work and I'm proud of you. I'm super glad you're here. Thank you. I did therapy on and off by myself. I tried therapy with my old ex-partner, the father of my child. That didn't go well. We tried. Even my therapist was like, Chelsey, you were in an abusive relationship. And that's when I was like, ooh, you're right. That was real. You're right. Mental emotional abuse, they don't always talk about, but we're not as aware of it. But so I did coaching. I did another coaching, like embodiment coaching with another woman. But let me tell you, like, I never just went out thinking I'm going to go look for a coach or a mentor or a guide. Like, I never had that thought plan or idea that I needed a coach. But then when I started seeing people online and started listening and like hearing these other coaches and healers, I was like, oh, wow. Shit, maybe I have some stuff I should be looking at because, we can't do it ourselves. It's beautiful to have our friends and family and people who support us, but we can't do it ourselves. It's not all about us. We can't just be the ones trying to carry and do it. And we have to have people who hold us accountable, who are safe and can anchor us and pull us into our body in safety so that we can process and move some of the heaviness that comes up. And then therapy, I did therapy, EMDR. I did a lot of stuff, and honestly, like I've coached a lot of therapists and had a lot of clients say, like, gotten more out of your sessions than I do out of therapy because therapy, you can kind of just talk in circles. But when we can get into the body and feel and cry and process and dance and move and shake it out, that's going to create lasting changes. That's why I do the work that I do. And then you get practices and homework and stuff tailored just to you to do the work to be able to get through your own stories and your own pain. So I suggest searching, looking for somewhere close to you. Okay, one more before I move forward to what is some darkness? What is a struggle? What is some of the shadows that you are kind of facing or looking at? I've had to look at the way I communicate, my communication skills in relationship. I've had to face the trauma that I learned in childhood and how I was recreating that in relationship. I've had to look at how to be a safe leader, woman, to be able to protect my people. I've had to go through my darkness and my shadows and find my strength. Is there anything that anybody wants to share on here before we move forward? All right. Communication, cursing, past childhood trauma. Yeah. So have you addressed or looked at any past childhood trauma? Because I've even done sessions on like my uncle or like people way older than me, and they're like, holy crap, I'm 50 or 60 years old. I've never looked at inner child healing. I've never thought of that. And being able to be that safe space to help them anchor in and look at that has been really profound for my whole family. And yeah, definitely need to do. You definitely need to do inner child healing. We all do. And not doing things right, which means I'm bad or not good. Oh, doubt. Okay, yeah, self-doubt. Self-doubt is a hard one of like not doing enough. The not enough story runs so deep in so many of us. So I feel you there. I hear you completely. I agree. Before I shift into the next thing, I want to talk to you guys about my Reclaim the Fire group program. But before we do that, I want to go into some of our own healing and stuff that we need. First, before we do that, I want you guys to find a safe, sacred space, be able to close your eyes, either can lay down or sit comfortably. I'm going to do a quick surrender card, tuning in to those who have shown up and are here. For the women ready to rise, what do they need to surrender, to really let go of? What do we need as women to rise? Ooh, surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And then I want to do one more if that didn't resonate with someone. Love this one. Surrender to divine timing. I think those go hand in hand. So Spirit's trying to tell us. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. Ooh, let's highlight that. Ego's timing. The goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego. Be patient and trust the universal flow. And I roll my eyes because I know that's for me too. Oh man, I don't know if you guys can see that all right, but whatever. Sometimes I love Spirit's messages and sometimes I'm like, but come on, let's go. How many of you guys are feeling that? Seriously. Okay, let's find a space. Let's bring the vibe down. Let's breathe for a second. Taking a breath, closing your eyes, placing a hand on the heart and a hand on the womb, on the lower abdomen, dropping into your body. Take any movements that you may need at this time. Taking a big breath in, long exhale out, letting yourself getting heavy, resting onto the chair or the cushion or the bed, anything that you're relaxed into. Dropping deeper into the safety that's available here. Growing roots from the base of the spine and the feet. Dropping your roots down, down, down into the earth. Dropping these roots all the way down till you find a boulder to wrap around 3 times. I'm safe, centered, and secure. Noticing what it feels like to be present, to be alive, to be here. Breathing into the heart and the body. Feeling safe, centered, and secure within your own body and space. Breathing into the heart and the chest, letting the mind relax. We're not letting the mind answer, but just scanning the body, noticing if there's any textures or sensations within your body, and asking yourself, are there any places within that are holding on to the past? Are there any pieces within right now that need a little attention? What does it feel like to just be present in your body, breathing into your heart, scanning your whole body? Imagining this little girl, this younger version of you, visualizing her sitting in front of you, maybe standing, but looking at her, noticing what she's wearing, how she's feeling. And if she's ready to speak, if she's ready to show up, what does she need from you to show up bigger, brighter, to be heard, to speak her truth? How would she feel if she could finally speak up? Imagining yourself taking her in, looking her in the eyes, looking at her with love, with pride, telling her, I'm so proud of you, so grateful for you. I miss you and I love you. Committing to her in this time and place right now, that you will connect with her, you will show up, you will listen, that you will let her lead the way. Taking some moments in this space to pull your inner child in. Imagining yourself hugging your inner child and just loving her and holding her and tell her that she is safe, she is loved, she's protected, she is enough, she is worthy. Just holding her, loving her, giving her all of this. Noticing what it is that you need most for her right now to go out into life. And committing to her, giving her one more squeeze, telling her how amazing she is. Committing to coming back to see her, but slowly saying your goodbyes. Breathing back into feeling your body. Oh, big inhale, long exhale out. Breathing and slowing down the breath. Maybe that brought up a lot. Breathing in, noticing the sensation of your body rested on the bed or cushions, the couch, whatever you're sitting on. Feeling the warmth of your hands or touching the tips of your fingers, just coming back to your body and space and the time and now. Slowly blinking the eyes and coming back, noticing what it was like to be here. Drop in. First, I want to ask you, how did it feel to just slow down and be in your body? That was a super quick drop in. The most important tool I tell people is to do the drop in process. I have a simple, easy drop in process on YouTube that I will also share in follow up email. But my YouTube channel is Chelsey Wildfire. I'm pretty sure you can find it super easy. But dropping in, slowing down, how can you let yourself listen to your body? Get out of your mind, get out of the anxieties and the fears, but get into your body. And then your inner child. I know most people, when I bring up the inner child and they visit her, they cry or feel sad or angry, or they can't even picture her, know that if that happened, that is unfortunately normal. There's a lot of people that feel that same way and haven't done this work. So just know that you're not alone in this. And we need to fix that relationship. We need to work on that. So that is something. And a lot of what I want to share with you guys right now is going to be about Reclaim the Fire, the group program I'm doing to empower and uplift other women as healers and light workers. However, the inner child healing, the support, the like one-to-one coaching that I do in my Break the Cycles program is also an option. I'm only going to share right now about the Reclaim the Fire, but if you are interested in doing more one-to-one work, you can always check out my website, chelseywildfire.com, and Breaking the Cycles is on there, Reclaim the Fire, my women's retreats, all the stuff. But how are we feeling? I know that could have brought up a lot of emotions. I'm going to shift the energy here soon and move into something I have and I want to share with you. But I wanted you to have that moment and that time with yourself, with your inner child, to notice how much attention and love we need to start giving to ourselves, how much we need to get into our own healing journey and sharing the time and space with yourself and your passions and your medicine and your intuition. We have to connect to our inner child so that we can listen to our intuition. So just know that, it is related. I didn't just do this for fun. It's because we need it. Feels good to give her love and attention. She wants it too. She needed it. Oh, I know that it can also be emotional. So just sending you all love from here, letting you know it's okay. You can write your younger self a letter tonight. You can write your inner child a love letter. You can write yourself a letter of how proud you are and how much you love them. And just inner child healing's huge. We can go really deep into that, but that's just a piece of this. I want to keep going forward. So with your guys' permission, I do want to just say I am going to go in to talk about the Reclaim the Fire, the group program that I lead. That's something you're not interested in. That's okay. I appreciate you for showing up today. But I want to talk to you about this because this is what I'm really passionate in sharing right now. And it's about women burning through their fears, connecting to your spirit team, and taking your place as leaders, where we up level, we awaken, and we protect. We need to protect ourselves and others. The world is going through a lot. The US is going through like a mass dark night of the soul, a mass awakening. People are really separating and shifting. And the people who I'm hanging out with are the high vibrational learning the lessons we're leading, we're teaching, we're helping. So I want to help you guys do that as we shift through this. So what are the benefits? What is it about? It's about divine guidance. It's about creating inner trust and increased self-worth. It's going through the shadow work so that you can trust in yourself and build the confidence to embody your sacred medicine, to take time to look at what is the medicine you're here to bring. How do you help other people? How can you turn your wounds and your stories into wisdom to help others? It's about empowerment and mentorship, to have somebody who's done it, who walks the walk, who knows plenty of ins and outs about entrepreneurship, about healing, about shadow work, about being a light worker, and following your soul's purpose without sacrificing your connection to yourself or your spirit. It's not about just selling yourself out here. We've got plenty of that on the internet, but it's about keeping you heart-centered and connected to your guides and your team and showing up for yourself and others. Sacred initiations and ceremonies, I think it's so powerful and profound. I'm all about bringing sacredness back to your life, creating altars, creating safe spaces for yourself to drop in and heal and grow, but for others too. It's these initiations and ceremonies to dissolve fear and pain around the witch wound. This is a persecution wound. All of us have it in our DNA that we will be burned or ostracized or cast out by speaking up, by sharing herbal medicine, by being the witch doctors they'd call it, when really it was natural holistic remedies. So we have the wounds around sharing that with others because we're afraid of what will happen. It's also structure on hosting events in women's circles. So if any of you guys have ever wanted to host group community and create your community, this is where you can have the structures so that you don't feel stuck in imposter syndrome. I did women's circle training back in 2018 for hosting women's circles. I was teaching yoga. I was hosting red tents, women's retreats. Like I've been doing it for years now, and I've learned a lot, and I want to share that. I want to bring this to more people. It's not about people just doing it with me. I want the wildfire to spread. I want others to know that we need the safe spaces. We need to heal and uplift and empower each other. So I want to lead others to do that. So this is kind of a quick module 1, burn in the fire. So the first module is all about shadow work. We go into reclaiming the witch wound. We go into the mother wound and father wound, just kind of the darker aspects and the initiations that are going to come up when you say you're going to lead and heal others. You're going to be initiated a lot. And then we go to module 2 of finding your clarity, connecting to your spirit team, embodying your wisdom, money stories. We go a lot into money stories and how to receive and what it's like to be someone following their soul's purpose, but still having boundaries and getting paid for their purpose. That's really important. And then creating magic, being able to create sacred spaces, protection, creating altars, having safe spaces for others to come to heal, different themes for the women's circles and stuff like that. I create a little book, an ebook around some of the themes I use for women's circles so that you can create them too. And then module 4 is the sorceress. Lead, uplift, share your magic with the world like you're destined to be. So this is your community, creating your community even more, showing up online, leading workshops, creating Facebook groups, like whatever technical questions you have, I will help with, recording and sharing all of that stuff. But the sacredness, the ceremonies, altars, empowering you, the confidence, being able to be somebody to ask questions to learn from is what I'm here and excited to empower you with. The women who have joined are making big life changes. So the 2 extra photos here, the smaller ones, are friends who are in it right now. This middle photo is me at my retreat. A few of those women are in Reclaim the Fire. A few of you on the call are in Reclaim the Fire. If you guys want to add anything and say anything in the chat box, feel free. But these women, so I get called a pusher. I push my friends and my people a lot because I know when I really need a push, like Yogi up in the corner here with a beautiful head wrap on, and she's all in her power here, and I'm so proud of her. And seeing this photo is, she is such a natural born healer and has it in her DNA and her ancestors and her bear medicine of the magic that she embodies, but she's afraid, she's unsure, she questions herself, she had a lot of self-doubt, and I was like, okay. So I've just been pushing her and like made her do sessions at my retreat recently and just like really amplifying her and inspiring her and validating her beautiful voice that she has, her medicine that she's carrying. And it's beautiful to witness her blossoming and showing up and like taking up more space in this world and making sure that she's doing her soul's work. And it's so beautiful to witness. I also have Kaylee over here too. She is brand new on the healing journey. She came to one of my full moon ceremonies last fall, I think. And she signed up knowing that she needed to do it. Well, she had some shadow work to do. When you step onto this path as a medicine carrier, you have to dig into what is not serving you. And Goddess Kali is going to come in and burn some shit down, and she's gonna make you see what is not fitting, what is not okay, what you gotta let go of. So she's in the middle of it right now, and she's kind of like unsure of the path because she needs the extra support. So I think this is a beautiful example of sometimes when we're called to this, we actually need to do one-to-one work. So the knowing, the inner knowing of being able to take care of yourself and wanting to help others. You know, she's a nurse, so she's already taking care of people, but you have to have boundaries and self-care if you're going to take care of more people and help more. So doing all that inner work so that you can amplify and show up and you still have enough energy left for yourself, for your family and your friends. Like this is a process. So I'm just saying it's intense, but it's worth it. And you're not meant to do it alone. And we need the community and the support to be able to do it. We're not meant to do it alone. So Tina's on here. She's in Reclaim the Fire. She says, amazing supportive group. Highly, highly recommend. So much knowledge throughout the group. And of course, around like detoxing and cleansing and taking care of your body with your chronic health issues. And then also breath work and the powerful sessions that she does with people. And I'm like, let me fan your fire. Let me blow you up. Let me push you to do the things. And then in the group, other people ask questions and I know a little bit, but other people know even more. Like the group, having the group. And just like I was sharing, Kaylee, when you're going through the shadow work, when you have that group of community to hold you, to tell you it's okay, to tell you it's going to be all right, and the steps they took or the practices they did. And then I have the tools and stuff to show you. It's life-changing. It makes everything easier, better, more magnificent, powerful. I cannot stop. It is amazing. So the full investment for my group program is $1,897. I do different specials right now because you guys are here, whether you're here live or you catch a replay. I'm doing a special that is already $200 off. So you can do a pay in full of $1,077. Then you get a womb awakening course. You get a discount on one of my retreats. You can do a one-to-one call this week. If you feel like you need to go into some of that inner child healing, we can do that right away. And then extra one-to-one coaching call later if you want to. But this is the big thing right now. I know money's scary. I know you're probably all like, no, I don't know about this payment plan. Usually my payment plan is $697 a month. Right now, because I know how the world is going and how much I need you guys to step into your power, I am doing a payment plan for only $397. That is $400 a month. And only times 4. You do it for 4 months. You have the online course. You have this program. You have the ceremonies, the different rituals, the ebook, the money stories, you have 4 modules of work and stuff you can log in and do at home at any time, along with Telegram group messaging and along with the group and the other women for 4 months. And then once the 4 months is over, if you want to continue, there's an additional small fee for monthly membership, but it's way smaller than that. But it's completely worth it. I want to share with you. I know you guys are probably like, I don't know about this. I don't know if I can do that. You guys can make it happen. And I'm here to light that fire to say you are worth it. You deserve it. $400 a month for a group program. Let's go. And the support in the community, powerful. So some testimonials. Chelsey's guidance and energy allowed for a powerful release of blockages. Feeling safe in her space allowed me to pull cords from my throat chakra, allowing me to reunite with my voice, my light, and my true self. This reunion with myself allowed me to step into my power in a way I haven't felt in so long, possibly in an entire new way. I am inspired by Chelsey. Her shamanism is on point. Her empowerment is true advocacy for women at all stages in our journeys. Chelsey is a sacred, safe space. Just that last sentence, that I'm a sacred, safe space. I have worked really hard and I try to anchor you in and help you feel safe to do this work. So big breath in. You are safe, you are held, you are supported, you are not meant to do it alone. It is okay, and we can do this together. Another quote by Yogi is, she's amazing, powerful, and wise. I see her as a great teacher and ally. I'm blessed to have her in my life. Thank you. Thank you. And then Kaylee said, life-changing, energizing, rejuvenating, educational, and fun. So these are some of the testimonials. I have more on my Instagram page too, if you want to go through and look at all the ladies I've worked with. You know, I've helped hundreds of women by now. This is my passion. This is what I'm here to do. And this is for you if you are ready to commit to yourself, to spirit and rising above your human experience, to embody your highest vibrational self. I'm ready to amplify you, to hold you, to anchor you while you soar and you fly and you get out there. Your spirit team is waiting for you. Your community needs you. Will you answer the call? I want to hear from you. We're about done. We're about to finish. So I want to hear from you. What is your biggest takeaway from today? And how are you feeling? Love to hear from you guys below. What's your biggest takeaway? How are you feeling? I want to connect after this. If you guys want to connect on social media, send me a message, an email. I'm going to send up a follow-up too. But how are you feeling? I want to hear from you. Boom. Thank you. I'm going to share some links in the chat here, so don't go anywhere if you want to stick around. I have a link for the Reclaim Your Fire application. So if you're feeling into this and you're interested and you want to and you're already ready, I'm going to send the link so you can just sign up. And if you're like, I don't know, Chelsey, I want to jump on a call with you and do a 30-minute call for a Reclaim the Fire application, I have that too. I'm going to give that to you here. But I want to know what your biggest takeaway is, and I want to hear from